In this video, I'm going to be playing Hogan's Alley for the NES, while giving you soft commentary and rain sounds to hopefully help you relax and sleep. I'm just going to give you a quick warning up front that this game will have flashing lights on it, so if you're sensitive to that kind of thing, please go and watch one of my other videos. But if you are fine with that, let's get right into this. If you're watching the shorts version of this, please click the bottom of your screen to be able to go to the full version. Let's get into this. Round one. So I'm actually using my mouse as the zapper, which I did not know was a thing with RetroArch. Very useful. As the, what do you call it? Zapper does not work on HD TVs like the ones we have now, so I can play this in my emulator. If I could get my microphone in the right spot, that'd be nice. Kind of stuck in the wrong spot. There we go. That's good enough. But let's get into this. That means I can also play Duck Hunt at some point. But like I said, flashing lights warning, because there will be a lot of flashing lights in this because of the way the zapper worked was by temporarily flashing the screen. So if you still want to support the show and listen, just put your phone down so you don't have to actually see the flashes, because I can't cut them out. It would take way too long. So this is kind of neat though, because I didn't know that you could actually use the zapper with your mouse and RetroArch, but it was actually quite easy to set up. I do own the original Hogan's Alley on cartridge, by the way. I had it when I was a kid. I played it quite a bit, actually. I remember playing it quite a bit. Whoops, I missed one. But it's not a very complicated game, and it doesn't, last that long. It's basically kind of just like a demo reel for, the zapper, really, is what it was. But I thought that some people may remember this or may look it up eventually. Too quick. But this is only one mode of it. There's a couple other modes, and it is a little bit difficult to use with the mouse. I'm actually using my touchpad on my computer, on my keyboard that I have, the K400 that I use for all of this. So it's not the most precise thing in the world, but I'm doing the best I can here. So hopefully this helps you relax. Maybe brings back some memories from your childhood of simpler times when this was, more of a thing. Sharpshooter time. What does that mean? Means I could also play Duck Hunt at some point. I think Duck Hunt would actually be really hard with the mouse, but we'll see soon. Like every time I click, it makes that whoosh sound that the zapper did. It's kind of neat. Whoops. This isn't the whole game, by the way. The game does, whoops, don't shoot the lady. But the puppy, I think she had a puppy. I hit the old man. I'm sorry, sir. Really sorry, bro. Thank God you're just a cardboard cutout in this game. Oh well. So we're gonna move on to the next little game in this, which is Hogan's Alley B. This one right here. This is what you probably remember, honestly. You probably remember this. I think it's only 3 screens that loops like all the other old NES games. Oh, I'm sorry, lady. At least I hit her and not the puppa. Ah, I hit another one. I'm so sorry. She's holding the puppa on top of that, I think. This reminds me, I used to play Rampage too. I might play that later. The original Rampage on NES, which is thought of as kind of a bad game, which it's not the greatest, but I do remember playing it a lot as a kid and being kind of upset that Rampage, like, my cartridge, like, wouldn't work half the time. And emulation has made life so much better for gamers. It's outrageous how much better it is. Not having to keep up with cartridges as much, not having to blow into them and make them try to work, no cleaning kits, you know. Just a lot of pain that came from owning these old things back then, but that's what we had to do. That's all we had. You know, this could actually be a pretty decent Flash game. Round 2. We're not going for a high score or anything. We're just going for relaxation and just picking around with it, you know? That's what I do with the games. I don't try to get high scores. I don't try to be a speed runner. You know, there are probably people out there that are just, you know, gods at this sort of thing. But that's not what I'm here for. I'm here to help you relax and sleep. I'm the opposite of that. I still try. I don't just lazy about it and all that, but I also don't sit here and practice every game trying to get good at it, you know, because that'll just take forever to make a video, honestly. And I'm trying to put out, you know, a lot of content because that algorithm likes to eat. This is really cool. I really like the fact that I can use my mouse on this. Lets me play these games again. Doesn't it kind of look like a scuffed version of Harry and Marv? Well, that's actually way before Home Alone came out. So no, they're not based on that. I'm sure it was. Was Home Alone an 80s movie? I can't remember. I don't think it was. Let's move on to Trick Shot and see what that is. I think I remember this. Is this where they throw discs in the air and you gotta shoot them or something? Hands. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of those old educational games like Math Blaster, kinda. Might eventually get into that one. Math Blaster was kind of neat. Treasure Math Storm was another one. I can beat that one in like 5 minutes, but it was meant to be for kids, so of course I could beat it in 5 minutes. It has super basic math, you know, like 8 plus 7 and stuff like that. Ooh, that's well, I can actually see the little white squares like what, you know, that you would see if you were doing the zapper. That's really cool that they actually had that in the emulation as well. Because I know that I'm pretty sure you can't, there's no such thing as like a, well, there might be a current zapper. You could probably get one for like USB or something. I don't know if it'll work with emulation or not. My reflexes aren't all that great for mousing over this stuff. I mean, maybe if I was using like a regular mouse, it'd be a little bit better. Let's play more of the regular Hogan's Alley. The street one, because this is the one I think everybody remembers. I hate that. Luckily, it's only cardboard cutouts, though. Not real people. That's the good thing. I wonder if was this an arcade game? Was it an NES only thing? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I screwed it up twice. Take me straight to jail for that. Only give you a second to respond anyway. Which would be a lot faster if you had the actual zapper. Basically, I'm trying to line up my cursor with the enemy as they pop up and just wait for them to turn really fast. But then we get two in a row, it's a little bit different. There really ain't much to Hogan's Alley, is it? Kind of is just like 3 games. Okay, let's just do a little bit more of this because I want to at least get 20 minutes, hopefully, out of this. I'm hoping to at least get 20 minutes out of this. I try to at least aim for 30 in every video, but I didn't realize that Hogan's Alley had this little amount of content. Well, it kind of didn't need it because, I mean, like, the zapper was really the feature, not the gameplay itself. Well, I'll play Duck Hunt at some point. It'll have to be its own video, though, because Duck Hunt alone is worth its own video, so... Obviously trying to do one game per video just because it's easier to search for. I might eventually do Flash games too. I'm not against it. I'm just, as long as people want to watch it and it helps them, that's the biggest thing. As long as it helps people and they want to watch. I went it with the 2 wrong ones. Let's move on to... Thought about doing bad games as well, like the stuff that the AVGN covered, but we'll look into that eventually. I mean, the possibilities are endless with this series that I'm doing. I mean, you know, there's thousands of games out there, and I can turn any of them into a relaxing video, you know. It's just a matter of trying to get, you know, the best ones out first, hoping that that'll give me kind of a measuring stick of what would work and what doesn't. But the problem was one of them that went big was Star Fox, and I can't really up Star Fox. Wrong guy. But I can't really. What am I supposed to do? Play Star Fox 64 again? I mean, there's no other Star Fox games like it. You know? That was a one and done kind of deal. I mean, it didn't go viral or anything, but you know. It's just hard to follow that up because there's 2 Star Fox games before, but neither one are all that great. I mean, the first one's fine. You know, it's innovative for what it was, but, you know, it's aged horribly. I've tried to play it stock and it's not very fun. It's very slow and very difficult to control, and the controls are for some reason and like not the right way around. Like up is supposed to be, you know, down is supposed to be up and up is supposed to be down. Like that's, you know, the control is supposed to be inverted, but it's not. I don't know why. All right, one more round of regular Hogan's Alley. Well, until we lose. I love the character designs of that bad guy. They're just really cool. I've always loved those. They all look really just like stereotypical 80s sort of gangster wise guy, you know. Yes, hey, yeah. That kind of, you know, Rocky and Muggsy from Looney Tunes kind of thing. I got you, bro. Got you. Like they look like they would be like, you know, villains in a Looney Tune cartoon almost. Looney Tunes cartoon almost. Speaking of Looney Tunes, I was thinking about doing Bugs Bunny's birthday blowout, like the thing that Nerd did and hated. And I may do that. You know, McKids actually didn't seem like that bad of a game when I played it. I think a lot of his early stuff was super exaggerated. Like, I actually like Nightmare on Elm Street on NES. I think that's a really good game, actually. Sorry, lady. No, but seriously, Nightmare on Elm Street on NES is actually pretty good. It's hard, but it's actually pretty good. I actually like it. I've played through it a couple of times and enjoyed myself. Friday the 13th, though, love the box art. It's straight out of Friday Part 7. Literally, I know the exact frame that they took for that box art. And I remember seeing it in the video store, seeing Jason with the axe, you know, above his head and so scary and all that. That was from Part 7. The girl opens the door and, you know, the people inside scream. And then, like, she gets, you know, hit in the head with the axe. Then he throws her across the room like she's a rag doll, you know. Like, catch me now. Too fast. It's recording. Okay, yeah, it's recording. Okay, I thought it wasn't recording for a second. Looked like it was stuck on the title screen for some reason. All right, one more. I'm a little bit hooked on some of these, trying to get better, honestly. Like I said, it would be a lot easier if I had an actual zapper, but you know, I just wanted to cover these anyway, so I knew I was going to have to use my mouse. It does make it a lot more difficult to pinpoint it versus, you know, just pointing a gun at it. I missed that one. Really, you're just going for a high score on this. There isn't like it's another level that, you know, it's basically, I think like the rounds just get harder and harder as time goes on. And that's really, that's the game. You know, this is back when games were a lot simpler, where there was no real plots, and it was just about, you know, basically like arcade games at home is what they really were going for. The super simple games that, you know, you could just, you know, play with your friends all day, like this, you know. I really thought that can was gonna, really thought that can was gonna do something. Alright, so that was Hogan's Alley. I know I only got 20 minutes out of it, but I mean, I stretched it as thin as I probably could. Just want to say thank you for watching. Hopefully you fell asleep. If you did, good night. And if you are still here with me, hit like and subscribe. Come back and watch my longer videos. I have ones that are much, much longer than this, I promise. So I'll see you next time. Take care.